Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Club Concorde hits fundraising goal for SST purchase. Santa Monica approves funds for runway shortening. Unarmed Russian Air Force plane overflies Washington, D.C. Hello, I'm Laura Hudson. It's August 14th, and this is Airborne Unlimited. The Concorde SST was retired in 2003 by British Airways and Air France after the plane's popularity waned following an accident in 2000 in Paris. But there are some who hope to see the airplane fly again, and they have been engaged in a years-long fundraising effort to make that happen. Now, Club Concorde says it has raised the $156 million to acquire one of the retired aircraft and bring it back to flight status both for private charters and air shows. There are 11 Concordes on static display or in storage in the UK, France, Germany, and the United States. Club Concorde President Paul James said that they hope to be able to acquire one of the jets that is currently at Le Bourget Airport in Paris. He said interest in the project is very high. The group also would like to purchase a second SST to put on display in central London. James said that they had hoped to lease and restore a British Airways Concorde and put it on display next to the London Eye, but they were thwarted by British Airways. The tragic plans for the destruction of the Santa Monica Airport continue. The Santa Monica City Council approved a guaranteed maximum price of $3,517,320 and contract to shorten the runway at Santa Monica Airport in alignment with our consent decree with the Federal Aviation Administration. Shortening the runway to 3,500 feet will reduce jet traffic, bringing immediate relief to neighboring residents through reduced noise and pollution, the city opines, while ignoring the fact that the city is depriving the country of critical aviation infrastructure. Construction is set to begin this fall with completion by the end of 2017. It will initially be done at night to get the project done expeditiously, while limiting impacts to aviation operations. Noise will be monitored and mitigated throughout the project. There will be a limited hard closure of 7 to 14 days. All impacted residents, businesses, and aviation tenants will be notified 2 weeks prior to the start of construction. ACOM is the company contracted to design and oversee the runway shortening project. After the break, Russian planes overfly D.C.
Progressive Aerodyne's Sea Ray Adventure offers Rotax 912 power, a basic instrument panel, and radios. Fly it away for under $120,000. Visit searay.com for more details.
The dream is real, a truly affordable personal jet aircraft. The Subsonics Personal Jet Kit is priced at only $42,000. Kit plus engine is still under $100K. Add instruments, upholstery, and paint and you're flying. It's time to put your money where your bucket list is. Learn more at sonicsaircraft.com.
Welcome back. Excuse us if this doesn't sound like the best idea we've ever heard of. An unarmed Russian Air Force aircraft took a low-altitude trip over Washington, D.C. Wednesday, but it didn't cause any U.S. aircraft to be scrambled. The flight of the Russian Tupolev Tu-154 aircraft is allowed under the Treaty on Open Skies. The longstanding treaty allows military aircraft from 34 signatory countries to conduct aerial observation sorties and observe military installations. The Wednesday flight had the Tu-154 flying over downtown Washington and Joint Base Andrews in Maryland. It also passed over CIA headquarters in the Pentagon at about 3,700 feet. It also passed over Camp David and Mount Weather, one of the U.S. government's relocation bunkers in Virginia. The Treaty on Open Skies went into effect in 2002, according to the report. Since then, more than 1,200 such flights have been conducted. U.S. Capitol Police sent out an alert prior to the flights, saying the aircraft will be large and may fly directly over the U.S. Capitol. This flight will be monitored by the U.S. Capitol Police Command Center and other federal government agencies. It did not mention that the airplane was Russian. Each week we share with you an online video that one of our viewers found especially entertaining. We call it our Aero Video of the Week.
Final liftoff and land.
The Verhees Delta is a unique little delta-shaped home-built aircraft. This video was shot at the International Santa Clara Air Show 2012. Search the Verhees Delta, a home-built delta-shaped airplane on YouTube. After these messages, Midwest Express may be resurrected.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The Bristol light sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Midwest Express, which was absorbed by Republic Airways in 2011, may be coming back as a standalone brand. A group of Milwaukee investors hopes to return the carrier to scheduled service from Milwaukee's Billy Mitchell Airport. The investors have established a website to generate interest in the idea. Business aviation activity has increased in the first half of 2017, having risen nearly 4% in the first half of the year, while flight hours rose by 6%. The report focuses on the number of business aircraft instrument flight rules arrivals and departures in the U.S. and Canada. It includes activity in Alaska and Hawaii. CAL FIRE has awarded a contract to Air Method's United Rotorcraft for up to a dozen S-70I Black Hawk helicopters to replace the aging fleet of Bell Huey aircraft currently operated by the state. CAL FIRE plans to acquire 12 aircraft over a 5-year period. The contract also has options for 3 one-year extensions of the deal. AAR has received the notice to proceed on the $909,394,297 fixed-price contract from the Air Force for the Landing Gear Performance-Based Logistics 1 program. AAR will provide total supply chain management, including purchasing, remanufacturing, distribution, and inventory control to support all Air Force depot and field-level foreign military sales and other services for all C-130, KC-135, and E-3 landing gear parts. jetAVIVA has acquired the Cessna Citation-focused aircraft sales firm JetQuest. The acquisition of JetQuest follows jetAVIVA's acquisition of Kansas Aircraft Corporation in May of 2016. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. San Mateo County, California has voted to introduce the 2 new fees at 2 airports to help defray the so-called cost of an increase in charter flights. The new fees will be put in place at San Carlos and Half Moon Bay airports. Charter companies will be charged a $75 landing fee at both airports. A 6-month pilot program to charge a $10 vehicle parking fee at San Carlos Airport will also be put in place. Both fees go into effect immediately. At the end of 6 months, the board will supposedly review the parking fee. It was also considered for Half Moon Airport, but the board determined that there was enough parking on the ramp there to make the fee unnecessary. The landing fees will be used for airport maintenance as well as additional staffing and expanded hours of operation. The board said that the $75 landing fee is consistent with other airports in the region. The landing and parking fees combined are expected to bring in about $150,000 annually to the county. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is trained daily Monday through Friday with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. See you tomorrow.